I also have to share that it is not mom possible to do an exercise regime that involves jumping up and down first thing in the morning braless. That is
I was like, "Where are you gonna go with this? Where are you gonna go with this?" Yes.
it's terrible.
Espec I can't even like, I don't know if this is okay for me to say, but I am normally a part of the itty bitty titty committee,
Mm.
and but now that I'm expecting, oh man, I agree. I totally agree. This is not something that should ever be done in the morning with no bra.
Welcome to Your Mom Enough, the podcast for moms who love their kids but miss themselves a little too.
We're Shawna and Cara, two moms, two lifestyles, one mission to help you stop guessing, start growing, and reclaim your sense of self without the guilt.
This isn't a parenting podcast. It's a place to explore who you are now and who you are still becoming.
Because confidence is a practice, not a destination, and you don't have to do it alone.
That's right. Boo!
Boo. Episode 25.
Episode 25.
We had a countdown timer coming and something flashed across Kara's brain that has nothing to do with this. I saw it happen. Yeah?
I was like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's called being a mom. Any hoodle.
Being a mom is fun.
Episode 25.
Yeah, episode
Yeah.
25.
We're talking about, we issued this challenge last week,
Mm.
7 moves to rewind the clock, small steps, big shifts, and why 10 minutes of movement can change your day. We issued a challenge to each other to do these 7 viral moves we've been seeing on the Instagrams, right?
On the
And
Instagrams.
and we're going to talk about it today. Cara, how are your moves? How'd it go?
Well, it I struggled the first few days, I'm not gonna lie,
Mm.
because, like, I felt like I needed to do it right away when I woke up, and sometimes it's just not feasible. Like, in my mind, I was like, "Oh," I painted this picture, like, "I'll wake up, I'll do it with Willow, it will
Yeah,
be beautiful,
yeah,
we'll have this amazing time, and we'll bond through movement," but really Willow did not wanna do that. She wanted to just cuddle her mom,
yeah.
and, uh, so yeah, it took a few days, and then I was like and because, I'm for those of you, who know our backstory, I'm running a daycare, and so I only have until 8 o'clock to get these things in before a
Yeah.
whole bunch of kids show up. So, um, I just later did it, like, a little bit later on in the day, which
Well,
whatever. I don't know if
just
that defeats
first
the
of all,
purpose.
I feel like maybe you'll agree. I feel like
Mhm,
any net new habit that we've
uh-huh,
never done before,
yeah.
scheduled first thing in the morning, is not mom possible.
It's not mom possible. It was not.
Oh, because I'm
Yeah.
grateful, to be honest, to hear that you struggled because I struggled a lot. At least you went back later in the day and did it. I was like, nope, didn't make it, didn't do it. Scratch, scratch.
Oh,
Um,
boy.
Yeah, I found it challenging too. I found
Yeah,
it like the moves themselves for clarity. We'll share the Instagram where we got this idea. Because Kara and I had this like, idea. We always see these social media like self-improvement things, whether it be like, you
yeah.
know, whatever it is. And we thought, like, let's try them and talk about it, because there's all
Mhm.
this pressure and let's see what's possible and not mom possible. And I had high hopes for this one because it is literally 10 minutes.
Oh,
But
10 minutes.
the first thing in the morning thing is a challenge because you got that
Yeah,
first baby feed in the morning, the
yeah, yeah,
diapies have to
yeah.
happen. Chris is typically pretty happy, but she hits the ground running. She wants to play right now. And any form of like jumping up and down, like flailing my arms around, whatever that looks like, is not baby safe because she's gonna be like around me.
Yeah.
And I also have to share that it is not mom possible to do an exercise regime that involves jumping up and down first thing in the morning braless. That is
I was like, "Where are you gonna go with this? Where are you gonna go with this?" Yes.
it's terrible.
Especially I can't even like, I don't know if this is okay for me to say, but I am normally a part of the itty bitty titty committee,
Mm.
and but now that I'm expecting, oh man, I agree. I totally agree. This is not something that should ever be done in the morning with no bra. Oh gosh.
Yeah. So I lost you. So
You
for
lo
those of you listening at home, we are sitting in different areas. Cara lives in the country, I live in the city, and every once in a while, through the power of the internet, one of us will freeze. And I just want to share that you froze that itty bitty titty committee.
Well, I don't know where we'll pick this up from, but I what I was saying was, um, I'm normally part of the itty bitty titty committee, but now that I'm pregnant, like, they're growing and hurting, so I totally get it now.
So, and okay, because I have the boobs from my grandma on the other side. So I am not part of itty bitty titty. And I just have to share that the structure of things has shifted drastically after breastfeeding. So any form of jumping is just like,
Mm.
why? And there's not, I don't have enough brain cells together in the morning to feed and change a baby and remember to put a bra on. So the amount of times I started jumping and was like, what is
Oh,
happening? Why?
that's not a
Because
good
jumping
idea.
is the first move.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah,
yeah.
don't lead with the jumping. Don't lead with the jumping.
Oh. So,
Um,
I mean, interesting. I did like having some moves to do, like,
mhm, mhm,
because in full transparency, I'm not moving enough. Like, I work
mm,
from home, I do a
mm,
lot of computer work. I was in a really good, like, rhythm of working out and really, like, finding time every day. And we had this huge, like, project at work. And as soon as that project hit, it, like, hit me off my focus, and I've just struggled to get back
mhm,
on. It is
mhm.
now August when we're recording this. That happened in May, so I've been off my game for a hot minute. So it was nice to have a something, but
Yeah,
first thing in the morning, like, I love walking, and I had really
yeah,
been consistent about doing 10,000 steps a day. And
that's
I used to
amazing.
meet my aunt, she's, like, mid-70s, and she does 10,000 steps a day. And
Yeah,
I can't meet her first thing in the morning before work anymore because
yeah,
I had a baby. It's not mom possible, you know?
yeah, possible. I
So,
agree,
yeah, I
I
mean, it
agree.
was great. We will share the moves. We would love for you guys to try it out and see, like,
Yeah,
public service announcement, put that bra on before,
yeah.
you know?
Public
Just that
service.
first move, that'll get you, but it will get you.
Yeah,
And, yeah, let
yeah,
us know how you feel. But
yeah,
so there's this book by a lady named Gretchen Rubin. Have you heard
mhm.
of Gretchen Rubin?
No, I don't think
She's
so.
the author. Her first book that I know of, it might not be her first actual book, okay,
Yeah,
is called
mhm.
The Happiness Project, and she spent a
Oh,
whole year, you know it now, yeah.
yes.
So she has another book called Four Tendencies. I think it's the same author.
Yeah,
And Four Tendencies is like, um what motivates you to do
mhm,
something? Some
mm,
people are self-motivated, some
mhm,
people are motivated by being part of a team, some
mm,
people are motivated, like, different ways,
yeah.
and I took the assessment for that once, and essentially, my assessment was, "I'm a quote, unquote, rebel. I won't do anything for you, and I won't do anything for me either." Like, I'm not being told what to do. I won't even let myself tell myself what to do. And I remembered that part, but I don't remember the workaround for how do you then, because there is a way to motivate
So
yourself.
you're just
That's the
like,
whole
"No, I know I'm not gonna do that.
I'm
You
not
can't tell
doing
me
it.
that." Yeah.
But there is a whole, like, premise that she has around, like, these are people's tendencies, and this is how you
Hmm,
motivate them.
that's
So
interesting.
I need to look at it again and be like,
Yeah.
how what's that look like so that I can get back on track? Because
Yeah,
I
now you have
genuinely
me,
feel
like, wondering.
better. You
Mhm,
like, we feel you agree, we feel better when we're moving
mm,
consistently,
mhm.
and I am off. I'm so
Yeah,
off the game.
yeah. And,
Ugh,
like, mamas at home, maybe you have tried every single workout plan only to quit and feel like it was too much and too complicated, or you didn't have enough time, or maybe you felt the guilt of not moving at all,
yeah,
like and or guilt from skipping a workout and that you couldn't stick with. Just finding something simple like this, like and we're learning too, right? Like, it's a continuous learning process of finding what works, and once I did get through, like, "Oh, you know what? I'll just do it later on in the day." And I did actually do it in front of the kids once. Full disclosure, like once my daughter was in a good mood and was able to move around freely and play, and I
mm,
just like let them watch me. But if you're going to try it at home, maybe don't lead with the jumping one. I agree with Shauna on that one.
it was that's the ones, it was just not it.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? You don't have to do the jumping if the jumping is what, like is, like, the determining factor, even just, like, doing
Mhm.
the, like, bending your knees motion, but
Yeah,
even that, like
listen, listen, okay?
yeah, yeah.
Let me just share from the Not Bitty Titty Committee,
Anything?
even bending the knees in a vigorous fashion. Like, I
Well
okay, you called yourself itty bitty titty and you wondered, should you say that? Let me just share this. Like,
oh boy. Oh, it's gonna
things
go
used
down
to
right now.
be, like, perpendicular to the floor, and now they're looking down 45-degree angle. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's a very different landscape.
Hey mom, want to find time to do personal growth together? I do. We have opened a free group for accountability for ourselves and for people like us that want to find even just a little bit of time in our day to focus on our mind, our body, our smile, and our soul together as moms, looking to keep in touch with ourselves and set good examples for our kiddos. So if it sounds like something that might be of interest to you, especially if it sounds like you don't have time for personal growth or for focusing on things that are positive for you, this is 100% the place that you need to be. Just go to joinhearttostart.com and send a join request to the group, and we will see you there. Okay, joinhearttostart.com. Bye.
Very
Yes.
different.
Yes.
Ugh.
Well,
But you know what this reminds me of, Kara? We
yeah,
talked about this before, like, we had an idea,
yeah,
and I know it's something you've been thinking about working on. Because for those of you playing the home game, listening to us,
yeah.
um, Kara is, uh your degree is in kinesiology, no? For
Sorry,
those
say
of
that
you
again?
your degree is in kinesiology, no?
Phys ed.
Phys ed. But so you know how to move
Yeah.
and stuff.
I like
Yeah,
moving. It's a
yeah,
given that I like moving.
and you have, like, one of those black belt things or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
got one of those. Maybe one of those.
Okay, funny story
Yeah.
for afterwards, but before I tell the funny story, the difference between me and Kara is she's got a black belt and she's phys ed degree and, like, uh, does what's that called? What's that exercise? CrossFit for fun or whatever and stuff.
It's
Um I don't sports, but I have a small story about that afterwards. But we were talking
Mhm.
about, and I know this is something you've been thinking about, and why
Yeah,
I'm bringing it up is I feel like it might be something for us to ask those that are listening if it would be helpful for them. I know it would be helpful for me, but we were talking about this concept of, you were gonna put together maybe a, like, assessment to determine, like, what kind of exerciser you might be, especially if you haven't been at it
yeah,
for a while, like, what you might enjoy, the different things that are available to you. Because I think sometimes you just get this idea that the only thing you can do is run or, like, lift heavy things, but there's lots
yeah.
of different ways that
Oh,
you can
there's
get your
so
movement
many.
in. Yeah.
Actually, that's a good point. Thank you for putting the fire under my butt because I think it's so important to find things that you love doing. Because if,
Mm.
I mean, sorry, don't get me wrong. When I go to my CrossFit classes, I'm not like, yay! I hate every second. every
Mm,
second, not like halfway through, do I love it? No, not till the very end. But I go back because I am addicted to that feeling, but I'm a different like, I feel like there's a quiz for this. Like, what kind of exerciser are you? Are you the punisher? Are you the like
yeah,
but I do think it's important to find something that you love, especially if you're someone who's not the punisher or someone who enjoys moving all the time. If you have something like dancing that you love doing and you're excited to do and you don't wanna miss it,
yeah.
um, it makes a huge difference.
Well, and I think what you've said here too that's really powerful is 2 things. 1, I always say it's about the first 5 minutes are the hardest,
Uh-huh,
right? So if you
uh-huh,
can just commit to the first 5 minutes, maybe the whole however length of time you've committed yourself is not amazing, but once you're
yeah,
in motion, it's easier to stay in motion.
yeah.
But 2, it's the feeling afterwards.
Yes, the feeling afterwards is why you do it.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure.
So this is just to like Kara and I grew up together
Mhm.
and we are very different adults,
But
people, both.
similar in so many ways, but different
Yeah,
in yeah.
similar but different. Agree.
Mhm.
On the sports thing, we're different.
Or
100%.
the
So this is how little I know about sports. I was in Nashville for work and I was in an Uber with my colleague, fantastic lady named Summer, and she really loves basketball. And I started because talking like I do, shocker, to the Uber driver, and it turned out that we had both lived as exchange students in the same city in the Netherlands, which is
Mm,
random, right? What are the
mhm.
chances of that?
Yeah.
And so I said, "Really? What were you there for?" And he said, "Oh, I play ball." And I didn't know what that meant, right? And I was like, "Oh, they do baseball in the Netherlands?" And he's like, "No, basketball." I was like, "Oh, basketball." He goes, "You're from Toronto." I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, you guys have a great team." I was like, "Yeah, they won the cup." And my friend
Oh,
laughed at me so hard because she's like a basketball person and she's like, "It's not the cup." I'm like, "Listen, I don't know.
I feel like every sport has a cup.
It's a cup." Maybe it's because we're Canadian, it's a hockey thing, the Stanley
Mm,
Cup, we think it's all the
yeah,
cup.
yeah, I think it's a Canadian thing. Yes,
I
for
think
sure.
yeah, but they howled at me that I thought it was the cup. I was like, "Listen,
Yeah.
I don't sports, but I know that we won the cup, I will tell you that." And so hilarious. Yeah, I think it
Um,
would be super powerful to do an assessment because there are things
mhm,
I'm good at, right?
yes.
Like, that I enjoy. I'm good at dancing,
Yeah.
randomly really coordinated at dancing. Um So, like, I think sometimes what happens if you're not an exercise person is in
Mhm,
your mind, you think it has to be punishing in order to be
mhm,
effective or valuable.
mhm,
And
mm. Yeah.
I don't think that's true, maybe.
Mhm. Mm. And sometimes you think like, well, just the pressure of things, but you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to go to a class. Like you don't have to do everything amazingly perfect or a full hour. Like just and actually we um I know you guys are watching this a long time in advance, but we just released episode 10 the other week with Siobhan. And what
Mm,
a powerful message she was saying was just like start with small things. Like, and so the key
yeah,
message in these seven moves is like it takes 7 minutes. And you know
yeah,
what? You don't need to be perfect. Uh,
yeah,
your kids just want you to demonstrate how to be resilient, right? Like,
yeah.
yeah.
And you know what I love about what Siobhan said when I
Mhm.
listened to the interview back is that she tried something new every week. She didn't
Yeah.
try to become a
No.
marathon runner in a day.
No.
Like, she tried a thing a week
Yeah.
and,
A
like, letting
walking
go of the
challenge. She did a
pressure.
walking challenge. That's how she
Yeah.
started, and now she runs, like
Well, and here's what I think is really powerful. I don't know where
mm,
I heard it,
mhm,
probably on the Instagrams, you know? But there's this quote that says, "People who are exercising aren't judgmental to people getting started exercise." Like,
mm.
people
Yeah,
who are
no,
successful at a thing will not judge you for just
Mm-mm.
getting started. And I
Yeah.
think sometimes, like, the thing if I was gonna be transparent about what I feel like holds me back from physicality or
It's
exercise or
that.
whatever,
It's thinking people are judging you.
well, because I was so bad at it as a child. I was so clumsy, like,
Oh,
ridiculed clumsy.
oh,
And I think the fear of that level of ridicule holds me back from, like, trying something,
yeah.
and the reality is, like, if I think to myself, and maybe I'm not everyone, obviously, but if I think to myself, when was the last time I just really sat down and was super critical of somebody who was
Mm,
trying their best? I
never.
cannot recall, right? But for
Mhm.
whatever reason, I think to myself that other people will be judging me, and I think it's just internal judgment. It has nothing to do with other
Mhm.
PS, also, who cares, right? So I know
Mhm.
all of that logically, um, but I do think the idea of, like, matching movement with something
Mhm.
that you could find some joy in makes
Yeah.
it easier to get going. So I'm excited for when,
Yeah. Yeah.
you put that together and put it out
Yeah,
there.
I'm excited too. That is a great yeah, thank you for putting the fire under my butt.
I'm gonna
And
keep you what's it called?
yeah,
What's that
yeah,
called? Not
yeah.
motivated, not obligated. I don't know. Mom
Uh,
brain. Something.
you're talking to someone
Accountable,
who
accountable.
accountable, accountable. Ding, 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 ding. I feel like people at home are like yelling at the screen, like, accountable, you idiots.
What is that? It's just like, literally, I talk for a living, and I can't tell you how many times in a day I go, "Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say
Yeah.
something." Yep,
But you know
mom
what?
brain.
I feel like bouncing back to this, like, and why some people don't start too is I feel like there's so much pressure on moms to like bounce back with
Mm,
unrealistic routines. And then it's just like it just feels overwhelming.
yeah,
Um, and so you just like, you know what, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing.
and the other
Right?
thing is,
Mhm.
genuinely, you're afraid as a mom to take yourself out. Like, if I
Mhm.
go and I try some sort of exercise that
Yeah.
I have not done or have not done in years, and I can't move my legs, I'm in trouble
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
have to, like, lift and care for a human,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
So I
I
think
can't
there's that fear as well, but
yeah. And then feeling like that like negative dialect with yourself. Like, you're
mm,
not lazy for struggling to find an hour to fit in to work out, you know?
mm, yeah, and I will say I think for me, I need to schedule it back in my day and put it on my
Mhm.
calendar because that's whatever the 4 tendencies are, I'm really accountable to my calendar.
Yeah.
If here's the deal, if it's for somebody else.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was, because when I was really consistent, I was working with an incredible physiotherapist,
Yeah.
and maybe because I was accountable to her and I felt like I was, like,
Mm.
using my family's resources
Mhm.
to pay for this, so I couldn't just, like, flake on it. I
Yes.
think it's accountability to someone else is maybe my
Oh,
motivator.
oh, don't even get me started. I can tell you, I think if you want to really get in shape, the
Mm,
more money you put into an exercise program or
yeah,
class, the more effort you will put into it. Because
'cause
I
you feel
like
so guilty if you don't do it.
you feel so bad if you don't
However,
go,
we
like
have to put our minds together. Maybe this is a you, me, and ChatGPT moment after the call, because 'cause we're not
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
figure this out
yeah,
here. There
yeah,
also has to be a way that's not money related, because I think
yeah.
that's not feasible for everyone,
No.
and so but
Yes. No, no.
I agree, like, money is a powerful motivator,
Mhm,
100%, and I think that
mhm.
probably, like, being accountable to someone I also highly value her opinion of me, like, I didn't want her to think I was a slacker, you know?
Aw.
And that I was
Yeah,
spending money on it. Those things help me to stay motivated.
yeah,
But as moms, like, resources
yeah,
can be tight. Like,
yeah,
what motivation? This is something for us to look into. Let's look into it. We'll make it a topic, not for
yeah,
next week, because I know we have a topic picked for next week, but
yeah, yeah.
strategies for motivation.
Yes.
Feel like a
I love that.
topic?
Remind me, we'll write that down.
We're gonna write it down, and
Strategies for
I'm gonna
motivation.
type it.
Yeah.
And,
Uh-huh.
um, there's some great books.
Mhm.
that maybe we could look at. Hold on, see if we can grab the audiobook so that we can actually read it because nobody can sit down and read a book.
That's not
Uh,
mom possible.
this in Mom Possible.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, maybe we could get the Coles Notes version of some
yeah,
of those
I love
ideas,
it.
like habit stacking and that kind of
Yeah,
thing. Yeah.
and I feel like, moms at home, like, if you are feeling like this is impossible, I f I think redefining what movement looks like in motherhood too, and your
Mhm.
expectations, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you keep trying to chase that bounce back fantasy, like, "I'll get better in a month, and I just need to quit everything all at once,"
You'll just be
you're gonna quit
disappointed.
before you even start every time.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. You'll just be disappointed.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's gotta be maybe we could create, like, a feedback loop in the group where people can come and, like, celebrate their small progress.
Yeah, and now I'm, like, thinking of my, words that I said, like, I'm a punisher, but I don't want my daughter to think movement is punishment,
Mm.
you know? I want her to think it's power, like, movement is power, it's life.
Mhm. There's a
Mhm.
really brilliant gentleman named Jeff Walker. He's in the
Yeah,
business space. I've followed Jeff for
yeah,
years and taken his programs. And in his company, he does not allow negative language like that.
yeah.
You can't use so
I
like
need to take that back.
w- sucking it back. You can't use so there's this concept when you email everybody called blasting.
Yeah,
As an example, he doesn't use that language, he doesn't allow that language. He says, "I'm not in business to blast people. I'm in
yeah.
business to bless people. I'll send out a
Oh,
blessing. If they receive it, great.
yes.
If they don't receive it, no problem, but I don't
Mm,
blast." So I think that's really wise, like, when we look at the language for how we
yeah,
assess who we are. And I mean, same, when we talked about earlier, I said I was the rebel.
yeah,
That's kind of a negative connotation too,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know?
And you know what?
Interesting.
I feel like and now because now I'm like, "Oh, I'm analyzing what I said." I feel because what I was trying to say was, I am not excited to go to my class on the way there, and I do not enjoy it the entire duration that I'm doing it. But what I do well is I create a rhythm where I need to do something or else I feel off. And I just do it. I don't think about it. I just do it. So that's what it is. It's creating, for me, is creating a rhythm and a routine that I just do and I stick with it and I don't think about it. Period.
I
I'm
think
not a
that's really
punisher. I'm
powerful
just a
to know
rhythm.
though, even for me, for example,
Yeah.
because I struggle with exercise. And why it's powerful for me is I think in my mind, I think people that love to exercise are like, yay,
Yeah.
chin ups, whoop whoop. Like I think y'all are like super excited to be there or something. And I cannot. Ooh, powerful Brene Brown story. And then I feel like we need to wrap this one because it's
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
We got a
Yeah.
nap length.
Yeah.
There was this concept. I feel like maybe I talked about it before, but I'll share it again. Brene Brown, who I love and follow, obviously,
Yes.
was invited to speak for the Marines.
Oh, wow.
Incredible opportunity.
Hmm.
And when she talks about it, she says there was one hitch. They said, if you come and speak for us, you have to be involved in all of the activities of the event. And one of the activities of the event is we do a 10-mile run midday. And she was like, "Okay, all right. Like, I'm not going to give up on this opportunity to speak with the Marines. I'll do it." So she got busy and got practice in and then went off and she did her presentation. Then she did a 10-mile run with the Marines, which would be horrible. And she was talking to, there was a person, kind of, for lack of a better way to say it, assigned to support her for the day.
Oh, that's
And they
fun.
were like, "Okay, let's go." And she had said, "The thing is, I never really got into running. Just, I've never loved it. I've never got into it." And this is the powerful part of the story. The person said back to her, "Oh, okay, here's the secret. You have to embrace the suck.
Mm.
It
Amen.
sucks. It
It
sucks.
sucks. It
And it's
sucks.
going to suck.
It's
It's
gonna
going to
suck.
suck for a while."
Yeah.
longer than you want it to, and then
Yeah.
eventually it sucks a little bit less and a little bit less and a little bit
Yeah.
less. And I think the thing that stops us from being consistent is that we have this vision that, like, it'll just stop sucking, and then we can just enjoy it all of the sudden, like, magically, whatever, and that's just not the reality of what happens. It genuinely takes consistency over time, really focusing on a thing, staying at it, and, like, holding on
Mhm.
until things break in the other direction. There's so many things like that. If I look back on my life, like, in places where
Mm.
I've been successful, it's because I've moved myself beyond the part that sucks.
Yeah, and I feel like Siobhan had said this in her interview. Sorry, I keep referencing it, but
No,
I
I love
just
it. It was so
she
good.
said something like uh anything worthwhile, you have to go through a difficult time. Like you have
Mm,
to go through the suck to get the good, right? Like
yeah. Yep.
don't quote me, she didn't say it like that. I'm totally butchering it. But
So, let's well,
basically, right?
yeah, and what we can do as we wrap this up, there's a couple of commitments I wanna make just to those listening to us. I'm gonna hold
Yeah.
Cara accountable for this, movement assessment
Yes,
because I
thank
think it
you.
would be s you're welcome. I think it would be so powerful for us all. So not next week, not the week
Yeah.
after, but coming soon to the internet near
To a
you.
theater near you.
Yeah, will be an
Northwood.
assessment on, like, determining what kind of mover you are and what kind of movement you might enjoy trying. I'd
Yeah.
love for us to link the episode with Siobhan, because if you haven't heard that, I think
Oh,
I would highly recommend going back to listen to that one or
yeah.
listen to it a second time because genuinely, there were so many valuable, like, little moments that she dropped when you interviewed her that I just feel like would align with what we've been talking about here today.
Oh, 100%.
All right, Kara, what are we talking about next week?
Okay, next week we're talking about when self-care feels selfish.
Ooh. And
That's
for those of you who didn't listen to the last episode, I think it was
mhm,
last episode, we issued a
mm,
14-day challenge
mm.
to have 30
Oh,
minutes of fun per day for
oh, and it's
14
been
days.
fun. It's been so fun.
I'm on the struggle bus with that one too. We'll talk about it next
Okay,
week.
I struggle bus today for that challenge because my daughter was like, "No."
Well, okay, we'll talk about it next
Yeah.
week. Struggle bust. I've been in
Yeah.
the struggle bus.
Yes.
I need to prioritize myself more. We're gonna work on that. We're gonna talk
Yeah,
about it.
we'll
It's gonna
work
be
on it.
fun.
We'll work on it.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for coming to hang out with us.
Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out.
Your mom
That
enough.
was a You're mom enough.
Love this combo? Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And share with a mom who needs to hear it.
And if you're craving a deeper connection, come find us in the Heart to Start group.
Because the real work of motherhood
It's becoming whole while you raise tiny humans.
And that's exactly what we're doing together.
Go to joinheartthestart.com and get in the group.
If this episode gave you a new way to see movement, send it to a mama who thinks she doesn't have time.
And if you are ready to come find your energy again, come hang out with us at
Join Heart to Start.
joinheartstar.com, where we make space for moms in motion.
And you know
Oh,
that thing where something happens in your day and you feel like you're about to snap your crayons? Well, we do too, but we've cracked the code on how to manage it. If you go to yourmomup.com/stop, you can grab your copy of Mom Needs a Minute: What to Do When Big Feelings Hijack Your Day and You Still Have to Be a Mom. Yeah. Thanks
yeah.
for hanging out.
You're already mom enough.
Your mama now. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.